What is saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back with another video here for you guys today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the stock market. And the reason being because last night, if you guys don't know, the S&P 500 closed at its lowest points since July. So that's a pretty big deal. And of course, as you may not have seen, recently there's been a lot of stocks selling off. Not least, especially yesterday, Wednesday, where it just looked like every single stock I had on my watch list was just selling off. You know, all sorts of stocks that I want to purchase were selling off. Many stocks were all in the red. You know, everyone was losing money. Everyone's portfolios were down. So I thought, you know what? Why not today talk about a few things that's been going on, what's happening recently, what may have happened in history, what you guys can do to prepare yourself going forward, different things like that. And hopefully you guys can take this information, use it to your advantage, and eventually make the right decisions which will benefit you. Now, I'll do a bit of a breakdown on what's been going on recently with the stock market. And eventually, by the end of the video, I'll give you guys 3 different points, 3 different steps you guys can take and use to your advantage. So going forward, you know what to do when it comes to the stock market. But before we get into that, I would definitely appreciate if you guys give these videos a thumbs up. You know, it really helps YouTube algorithm. You know, I don't know what's going on with YouTube recently, but it's just kind of messing everyone up. So please give these videos a thumbs up if you enjoy them. They do take a lot of time to create. You know, uploading a video each and every day does take a lot of time. So if those of you who are watching this video could just share your thoughts, share your comments, you know, drop a like, all that good stuff. Also, please make sure to share these videos with your friends. We get them out to more people, help more people when it comes to the stock market, you know, manage their money, finances, all that stuff. But now let's dive straight into the video. Let's talk about the stock market and what's been going on recently. So to begin with, I do want to say, these kind of things happen. There will be days where stocks sell off. And, you know, when you're a new trader, you see stocks selling off, you know, 5, 10% in a week period. And you think, you know what, it's time to dump all my money into it. Now, one thing I do want to tell you guys is, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, you need to remember that stocks will go up and down. Do remember, you've seen a bull market for the last 2-3 months, stocks rallying continuously. Not only Tesla, Apple, but just so many stocks in general. They've been rallying recently, the past 2-3 months. So obviously since July, you know, the fact that we had a huge dip in the market yesterday and everything seemed to be selling off does make sense because, like I said, you know, if stocks have been rallying continuously, when it has a bad day, especially like yesterday, of course there'll be a lot of uproar. But what I want to specifically focus on here is the fact that if you're a new trader, again, just check what's been happening over the past few months. You know, don't think the fact that stocks have dipped in one day, you should put all your money in it, because a lot of them are still up over the past 2-3 months. So I just want to say that to begin with. And another thing, you guys might be thinking, you know, like me, where exactly is this market dropping to? Well, to begin with, I do want to say that right now, you might think stocks are volatile. Let me tell you this, stocks are not really volatile right now. Compared to what's going to be happening over the next couple of months, especially November, December time, especially with the US election coming up, you're going to see a real lot of volatility. So if you're trying to dump your money into market right now, just be careful, just be wary when it comes to that kind of thing. You know, traditionally in an election year, a lot closer to election time is when the stocks will see the real volatility. So you might see a green day now, green day then, red day next day. That's a little bit of volatility, but there's absolutely nothing compared to what you see in the next coming months. And again, so if you think you're missing out on opportunities, don't worry, just be calm, keep a level head. So funny enough, the S&P 500, the Dow, and the Nasdaq, all 3 of them each had their worst day yesterday in the past couple of weeks. As you can see, the S&P 500 sank more than 2%, led by a drop in the energy and information technology sectors to close at its lowest level since the end of July. The Nasdaq dropped more than 3% and brought the index down also to a near 2-month low. The Dow dropped to its lowest since the beginning of August, even with shares like Nike dropping to a record high after their great quarterly results. And as you guys may or may not know, Tesla had their battery day yesterday, and to be honest, the stock just got absolutely destroyed. You know, when I checked it, it was at $378 per share compared to, you know, $450 from Monday. It completely dropped, and, you know, Tesla has just been going up and down recently. That has been volatile. But as you guys may have saw, yesterday was battery day, like I said, and Elon Musk was talking and explaining, you know, how they want to have the cheapest battery costs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you guys can look into that if you want to know specifically more about Tesla. So you guys may have seen dips in certain stocks that you were watching. And for me personally, there were many dips in the certain stocks that I was watching. But as always, there will be dips. That is all part of the stock market. As we go through this sell-off, whether it's short-term, long-term, whatever it may be, as we go through that, there will be many opportunities which arise. So that means you guys need to start doing your research, doing your due diligence, reading different articles. You know, if you don't like reading articles, then do your technical analysis. Start looking at the stock charts, looking at RSIs, looking at different indicators, EMA lines, start looking at all that kind of thing. For someone like me who likes fundamental analysis, start reading different articles, like I said, listen to different things about, you know, what people are saying about the stock market. Go on CNBC or, you know, different websites I gave you guys last Friday. Check those out. Start finding out more information about the stocks that you guys are watching. Now, I know a lot of people are panicking at a time like this, but do remember this. Even if you buy it at the peak, right, well, you know, let's say a week ago, 2 weeks ago, at the peak of your favorite stock, well, think about if you're investing for long term, you should be absolutely fine. Stocks are going to sell off, like I mentioned. And for those of you who are working with tech stocks, think about the fact that recently there's been a complete surge in tech stocks. All different tech stocks have been surging, completely on the rise, constantly. Which, by the way, has also been a part of why there's been such a bull market recently. And for those of you who don't quite understand why, well, remember the fact that right now a lot of things have been going online. Universities, educational institutions are putting everything online right now. Things like Zoom are thriving. Slack should be thriving, but for some reason it's been down recently. Also remember the fact that, again, many people are working from home. That's where technology comes into things. The fact that also Tesla and Apple had a stock split recently, that definitely created a surge in the market. Think about the fact that, everybody was putting their money into these kind of stocks, trying to make a lot of money. People placing option calls, people were dumping money into there, Robinhood traders, new traders, people were margin trading. All sorts of stuff was going on recently when it comes to the stock market. And as I mentioned earlier, you guys might think the stocks are volatile right now. For those of you especially who invest in US markets, go and check what's happened in election years. Go and check what happened in 2016, 2012, 2008. Go back as far as you want. Check what happens in election years. Check what the month of September has been like. Because I'm telling you, you'll see that, okay, it's been quite common for this kind of thing to happen, especially in September. It's been common for this thing to happen and then get even more volatile in November, December. Inauguration is in January, so I think even then there might be still a lot of volatility. But again, do not panic. Typically in September, the end of the third quarter, this is the kind of thing that happens. Investors are not very optimistic during September. And I think even in the past, during October, they've not been that optimistic. So again, be wary, be careful what's going on. And you might think it's just a coincidence, but often what happens with the stock market is history does repeat itself. So just as I mentioned, September is that month where many investors have widely held reservations about the market and the global economy. I'm not sure why it is or what's going on there. Again, it might be a coincidence to you, but it continuously happens. So don't be surprised that it's happening again. Add that to the fact that especially in this year, 2020, we've had, countries with lockdowns. UK might be going to a second lockdown with a second wave of the virus. Many different things are happening when it comes to the uncertainty of markets, the global economy. There's a lot going on right now. And you guys know that even the companies that are trying to create a vaccine for the virus are still struggling. Some are in their second phases, some are in their first phases. But we're not really seeing any signs of something coming up which is concrete and actually going to help us progress. But I don't want to start talking about the pandemic or any of that thing. But what I will want to talk about now is 3 different things that you guys can do to go forward. 3 different things that you must do and 3 different steps you can actually take step by step to ensure that you'll be fine and even take advantage of the situation with the current market. So the first thing is have some perspective. Like I mentioned, over the past 3 months, over the past 6 months, check what level those stocks have been at. Check what those stock prices have been. Because I tell you what, you might see stocks go from $250 to $212, in the space of 2 weeks. Check where it was 3 months ago, check where it was 6 months ago, and think if you're really getting a bargain before you invest in it. Many of these stocks are up year to date, pretty much, I'd say 90% of the ones I've been watching are up year to date, and people do forget that when they see dips in the market, especially like we had yesterday. What's very common with traders, especially newer traders, a year in the market, less than a year in the market, they see certain stocks down on the day, down on the week, down in the last couple of weeks, down in a month, and they think they're getting a bargain, they think that this stock is crashing. That is not the case. 3 months ago, it was lower than where it is now. 6 months ago, it was even lower than that. So you have to remember that before you invest. So that's the first step. Have some perspective. See the overall picture. Think about if you're really getting a bargain or not. Now, the second thing I need to tell you guys to do is manage your risk. Be smart with it. Do not let emotions drive you. Do not let emotions decide what you're going to do. People are going to say all sorts of stocks are good buys right now. People are going to go into trades without risk management. That is not what you want to do. You want to take a risk, but you want to do it with some form of risk management. Let me tell you, no matter what you feel, no matter what you want to pick, no matter what anyone says, you guys don't have control over the market. So don't base your trades purely off what people are saying. Don't base your trades purely off emotion. No matter what stocks you're picking, do not do that. Focus solely on what you've done, your research, and again, manage your risk. Now, the third and final thing I want you to say is take action. When a stock falls to below the price you were setting it at, when a stock falls to a price point where you said you're going to invest there, where you've done your research, you saw opportunity, lower than what it's been on the year, at the same price point you want to invest for long term, whatever your reasons are for investing, make sure that you take action at the right time. If a stock is continuously falling day by day and it doesn't look like it's going to stop, then don't invest. If a stock is about to go through reversal or it hits a price point where you know, hey, I was going to invest at this point, do take action. I've been a person in the past who didn't take action at a certain price point and then 3 months later I'm like, oh, I was going to buy at this point. It doesn't matter. Take it from me when I say take action at the right time. After you've obviously taken some perspective, manage your risk, that kind of thing. But again, take action at the right time because eventually you will be happy that you did so. Hopefully, I mean, you can't dictate it again, like I said, but hopefully you would have invested the price when you wanted because you've done your research and it will pay off. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a bit different. Please make sure to be back here tomorrow for Financial Friday. As always, we'll be bringing you guys a video to do with your finances. Lastly, I want to say thank you guys for the support. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment, share, and most importantly, share these videos with your friends. Overall, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you guys take something out of this video. Be smart. It's an uncertain period of time. Just be smart with your money. That's the last thing I can tell you guys. Make sure you guys check out those links in the description. We've got cryptocurrency, free stock for you guys, free Robinhood. So now would be an appropriate time to sign up. We've also got a free guide to online business, that first in the description. Also time gear watches and affiliate program for my company. Thank you guys again for watching today's video. Keep up the great support. But that's for today. I've gone to making. You've got stocks to be watching. See you guys tomorrow for Financial Friday. Peace.